This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I...
We are a peaceful people. Struggle is with struggle. And we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow and never break. Our fathers came here and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere. Big mistake. Cause we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, the time when though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right. So we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one one cries, not a blade of grass. So we ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass.
This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil to one Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home, the only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home, the only place I call home. Hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home, the only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home, the only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home, the only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home, the only place I.
We are a peaceful people. Struggle is we struggle, and we don't look for trouble. Just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow and never break. Our fathers came here and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere. Big mistake. Cause we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, the time when night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right. So we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. So we ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't. We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never
break. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Welcome down to Livewire. What is good? Oh, catch yourself, Mr. Camera. Morning to everybody tuned in already. It is the they have a cough going around, y'all. Try, please try. It ain't easy. But it is the 13th of March, 2024. Welcome to another program of Livewire. It is really great to be here with you. Special good morning to all the persons tuned in on the live already. Really great to have you here. Derek Drupal, Ganesh Bharat, Rahim Amarali, Eddie Ramnath, Chris Paul Joseph, Jonah Bijan joining us from Canada, Neil Ramlukan joining us from NYC, Eddie Passad also joining us from NYC, Pam Singh, Eunice Raghubir, special good morning to the two of you. John Ragnath, good morning to you. Ram Narain Singh, Daniel Aswim, Nadine Bisren. I hope I said that right, Nadine. But Nadi Bisren. Okay, Nadi, morning to you. Gil Ian, Ronald Martindale, Veena Ram Karan, Geeta Narain. I hope you had a wonderful birthday yesterday. Jasmine Baldio, morning to you. Lola Hari, Dale Henry, Push Ram Kishore, morning to you. Victor Austin joining us from Queens, New York. Dionan Suku watching us from Brampton, Canada. Jamila Kayoum, morning to you. Paula Spencer, Lance Henry, Mohammed Isaf, Betty Chris, Jane. Today is your day. We get enough information for you today, Jane. So look out for a call from me. Rose, morning to you. Rosaline Sukra, morning to you. Thank you for being here. Ramesh Prasad, Prem Prashad, Sanita Sukraj, Arjun Jawahir, Veera Badar, morning to you. Morning, Tulsiram Chetty, Amir Hasaf, always here. Sherwin Siram, always here. Dioraj Not, morning to you. Richard Stanislaus, Mazu Inshan. I hope that's right. Soma Bipath, Babita Sims, morning to you. Data Nandalal, everybody. Princess Naku, Sally Jones, Victor Austin, everybody. Krista Kurprashad, Shakila Bridgelal. Ooh, we make it down to the bottom. We make it on. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Look, we got some stuff to deal with this morning. And Richard Stanislaus starting it up. Dial Sukram, morning to you. Dial, you know, I went looking for that. This damn camera. One of my lights spoiled, so I'm getting. There we go. Right. Dial, I went looking for the barbershop to see if I found Dave. But for some reason, I think a couple of them were closed yesterday. So I don't think he worked yesterday. But I got to try a little later in the week. I hope all is well with you, Dial. And let me tell you all something about Dial. You see those teachers who are complaining about having to work and sell icicle and they got to do this and got to do things to supplement their income? Dial Sukram lives in the United States of America. Dial Sukram has two jobs, and that is the land of opportunity, the land of milk and honey. So why here in Guyana you don't feel you have to have a need to get up and do something extra to better your situation, right? So I love it that I can reference actual persons who are functioning out there, living up to their responsibilities, and still able to do what they have to do and try their best not to complain about it, right? Anyway, guys, this morning we were supposed to have Mr. Earing Ward, the Office of the Prime Minister representative in Region 7. However, we would have had to shift that to Friday as Mr. Ward is out and about. And that's the thing with this government. Anybody working with this government know that they have to get things done, right? So serving the people of this nation is more important than coming to gaff here about what you're doing, actually doing the work, right? So you will see government officials not all about the talk shop and the gaff. It's about getting things done. So here you have Mr. Earing Ward. The reason he couldn't be on the show this morning, right? I think yesterday he went to Philippi. Let me get the right areas he went. So he went to this photo here is either at Philippi or Chinowing, Upper Mazaroni, where he and several other officials from the government continued the solar panel distribution program to these indigenous communities, these hinterland communities. All those people you're seeing there are going to benefit in real time, not gimmicks, not like the visits in Letem. I think I pull up one of the photos to show you. And it's typical of the PNC. Anywhere they go, they're going with the two long hands to you. You don't have nothing to get from them. And I want you all to understand me clearly. They will not come to your area to hand out anything, tell you about any program or how you could better yourself or better the lives of your family. All they're coming to do is to talk a bunch of BS in your community, right? So unlike Mr. Earing Ward, who is traveling the length and breadth of Region 7 to ensure that persons are able to light their homes, just like if they're in Georgetown or similar, right? Children in the hinterland will be able to study at night. Parents could prepare things in the night. They ain't got to do it by flambeau and that kind of thing, right? And that is the difference of the PNC and the PVP. The PVP will always come to your community with some kind of thing to uplift yourself, to make your life better. You understand? And this is how the PNC comes to your community. Let me show you. Let me show you. This is how they come. And that's the difference between the two. And I don't want y'all to ever mistake the two, right? This is what you're going to get from the PNC, a bunch of talk shop and a bunch of stupid flyers that ain't helping you to do anything other than mislead you, right? So instead of bringing something to better these lives, to better the lives of these indigenous persons in Region 9, they're going there to fool them and pretend like the government not doing nothing. But I'm pretty sure in those communities, they got black giant chicken, they got black belly sheep or something. Are they making clay blocks? Are they doing something? They are doing something. And I will always maintain the difference between the two. The difference between the two. Why doing the good? You walk heading out there. There's a good hotel, Taco 2 Hotel. If you go up there, you could stay. It's a nice place. You understand? So, again, Vince Roy Jordan, Aubrey Norton, this worries Marvin Williams. Nothing to expect other than sharing out the flyers and bluffing you hard and making excuses for why they couldn't perform during their tenure, right? Excuses for non-performance during their tenure. So, Mr. Ward, you continue doing what you're doing. continue to impact the lives of indigenous people in our hinterland and riverine areas. Allow them to have electricity at their homes. Y'all remember PNC people said Granger and his government shouldn't do anything for Amerindians. Amerindians don't do anything for this country. Those are the things we need to remember. You understand? Those are the things we need to remember. The only person in this country that highlighted that they're giving jobs to their friends and family is, is Balder Lawrence. The only person. All these ministers, all these government officials going out, getting people trained, giving them solar panel, wherever it is, cash grant, business grant, whatever it is, in an effort to make their lives better. There was no initiative like this 2015 to 2020. Even during their time in government, they used to carry some cheap green and yellow book bags for the children. By the time they throw 5 books in it, it busts up. You understand what I'm trying to show y'all? It busts up. So this is what Mr. Ward is doing. This is where Mr. Ward is. And we will hear from him on Friday as he continues to make an impact in Region 7. And we will be heading to Region 7 soon so that we can highlight all the development, roadworks, housing, infrastructure, upgrading of schools, rehabilitation of schools, hinterland roads, solar farm, everything. We're going to go there and we can do a whole roundup of article. And we shall travel into some of these hinterland communities and show you how this initiative is impacting persons in these areas. Y'all notice these people, everybody got smartphone, they got charge. People could get light in the house whole night now, thanks to the Irfan Ali-led PPPC government. You understand? And that's what we need to remember. This is not no joke thing or no play thing. Members of this government or government officials are working. Right? They are working. Unlike that time that we recently had, where it was all about pump and fancy. You flying in a green carpet for Granger to walk on the hinterland. How detached could you be from the indigenous people? You don't want to walk on the same dirt they're walking on. You're better than them. Anyway, we can leave Mr. Ward to deal with this when he come on Friday. Right? Guys, don't forget tomorrow we'll be having Council Steph. Oh gosh, my throat. Just give me a second, people. Sorry. I have to take a little cough. This cough terrible. So don't forget tomorrow we'll be having Councillor Stephanie Nelson Moore on the program, and she'll be taking us through the paces of what is going on in the Mocha Arcadia NDC, some of the developments, some of the progress that is being stymied, and that sort of thing. So look out for that tomorrow. Let me jump back to City Hall. Let us jump back to City Hall, because I couldn't deal with it properly yesterday. I had a guest, and that guest had their thing to deal with. You understand me? I deleted this my photo already. I want to talk about me a mentor. Anybody see the release from the city engineer? Did anybody see the release from the city engineer? Let me put it up for y'all, man. So, Mr. Venture, the city engineer for the Mayor and City Council of Georgetown, shared a release clarifying some of the misinformation that somebody like a mayor shouldn't be putting out, because you would expect them to be of good character and good standing and want to share proper and right information to people. So the mayor was forcing the city engineer to serve a cease and desist order on these persons that are constructing this resort along Carifest Avenue. The mayor then, well, not to the last statutory, but the mayor presented a document or the back page of a document claiming ownership by the council of this property. And again, I say, Mayor, that was so distasteful of you. It made you look so inept. It made you look like you have an inability to read and understand. It made you look like you are worse off than Ubraj, because it seems like you reading how Ubraj speaks. So you could understand. It seems that Mr. Mayor Mentor is using the maths of Christina, because he couldn't look and see 3 pages. He saw one that spoke to what he wanted it to say, right? Guyana Ram, I'm gonna show you who's the mayor just now. Let me get it. I delete the photo out of this thing. I don't like to keep these forces in my system, this government system, freezing up and all kind of thing. It's a set of bad juju. I don't like the bad juju around me. So as usually, once I finish with them, I delete them out the system. But let me show you who this waste of a mayor is. Right? Complete waste. I was so disappointed in the mayor at the last sitting of the statutory, this last statutory meeting. I couldn't believe it. How could somebody like this mayor, right, operate in such a manner? Now, the city engineer, matter of fact, let me play it for y'all. Let me play it for y'all, because I wanted y'all to hear directly from the city engineer. Directly, because if you didn't see the live, you might be led astray by some of the nonsense that wait, I close this thing. So what's going on with this morning? Anyway, so Mr. Venture, the city engineer, did some research, and Mr. Venture was able to come to the council and say, hey, this is what is going on. This is what the possibilities are, but based on the information shared by the mayor, I'm saying that this here is incorrect. I got it right here. Let me open it up for y'all. Let's hear from Mr. Venture directly, right? And then we will deal with the apples and oranges mayor. The apples and oranges. Matter of fact, that's the new name, Mayor Apples and Oranges. These people is trouble. Trouble, I tell y'all. I was so happy I was there to stream it. Y'all have a listen.
29th of February. However, when I visited there to observe the cease order, there was no one occupying or operating at the location. As such, the cease order was not served. And the cease order was addressed to owner occupier.
Right.
And as a result of that, I would have visited the top part because I believe she did forward that letter to you, requesting a copy of the passport.
Right.
So we could verify who the owners of the property. As such, because of the annotations that were faded on the passport, some research were done, and it was noted that the transport in which the council would have circulated, claiming the ownership of that particular plot of land, it does not speak to that land.
So, okay, we pause in here for a second. Basically, the city engineer just said, Mayor, you're a blasted liar. You understand me? So the transport that you circulated claiming ownership does not speak to what you said. You're a liar, Mr. Mayor. You are a liar. A liar. A liar. Trouble.
Such I cannot have put served on any owner. The transport that was circulated at the council speaks to a plot of land that is bordered by the canal that is immediately south of the King's College School. It's the canal that is immediately south of GTN, and on the east to west, it is from Camp Street, go on the way to It's in the KP platform.
So you hear the man detail to the Mr. Mayor exactly the lands that fall under City Hall purview. The exact lands that fall under City Hall purview. I don't know how these guys just walk with the head up. Trust me, if I was a PNC supporter, I would have been embarrassed. You know how much PNC people say, hey, we got him here, boy. This is City Hall land. Y'all actually think the government is that dotish? You think this is a Granger government? You think you got Joseph Harman as a minister of state to do that foolishness? Y'all think y'all got the farmer head of the lands and survey for that foolishness to happen? This is a different time. And this is a time of accountability. People have to be accountable. Y'all feel President Ali and Dr. Jagdio as the leader of the People's Progressive Party, Civic, going to make those kinds of mistakes? To go and take land from City Hall and just like that? Come on, man. But to mislead PNC supporters and make them feel like there's something nefarious going on, the mayor comes with a back page. Like if the rest of pages weren't with those documents at the National Archives. That is the deceit of these people. That is the deceit of these people. You ever see a PVP government making a how to term this thing by? I want to say a wild move. An uncalculated move? Have y'all ever seen the PVP make an uncalculated move? Sometimes these plans and policies implemented by this government, the PPPC administrations, the thinking is so far down the line. Look at the National Stadium. Now that we're going to get Palmyra, now that we're going to get the one at Regina, now that we're going to get the one at Mackenzie. Think about it, right? The amount of exposure the 3 years of hosting CPL has done for this country. Airbnb, taxi walk, bus walk, tours, sales of cricket tickets, all kinds of things, food, drinks, bars. The spillover is you can't quantify it. All the benefits that simple CPL coming to Guyana brings to this country. Right? Now, listen, the sad part about this situation is that these people don't even have vision for things right in front of the face. Imagine if we didn't have this stadium. How was the president going to make recommendation that Guyana hosts the finals 3 years in a row? But we turn around and win it. The PPP continues to put Guyana, its people, on the map. Right? So, as you would have seen in the statement from the city engineer, the man said clearly, I am not in the business of stymieing any progress or investment in the capital city or this country. This gentleman here, Mr. Venture, took himself to the relevant authorities, Guyana Lands and Survey, wherever, he get his survey, he checked them, thing, wherever. Right? And based on his investigation, Mr. Mayor, you are a liar. I see somebody in the comments, liar, pants on fire. You're horrible. Right? So, again, there's planning. And when these things are planned, the government is not looking 2 years down the line, 5 years down the line, sometimes 10, 15, 20 years down the line. How this will continue to benefit people. Gas to shore, new Demerara River crossing, new Mackenzie Wisma crossing, housing scheme, schools, hospitals, TVET program, apprentice program, oil and gas training facility in Port Morant, international standards. What sort of preparation did the APNU make for the oil and gas sector? Other than carry away the $18 million signing bonus. Or do whatever they want with it. Don't last the carry it away. I ain't able. I ain't got 200 million. I ain't got 450 million. I ain't got 80 million. Y'all try. We don't know where the 18 million gone. That's all they did. Misappropriate 18 million US. And yes, Pushram Kishore. The next thing you're going to hear about the city engineer, he's a PVP, he's a soup drinker, he's a house slave. Because the man speaking the truth. And the man don't want to get on board with, and that's the thing with PNC. Once you're of this skin color here, any nonsense they come with, you are expected to jump on board with it. Any sort of foolishness, whether it makes sense or not. You're just supposed to blindly follow people like Aubrey Norton. Y'all head good. Y'all head good. How? Good morning, special good morning to Councillor Chase Green. Thank you for telling them to sit, have a seat and learn. Have a seat and learn. I was so happy. And you know something? That's one thing. I don't know this fan is blowing on me, but I think I'm getting a fever. Anyway, that's one thing I do admire about the former mayor. The mayor don't hold no punches, you know. The former mayor don't hold no punches. When she gotta tell you what she gotta tell you, she gonna let you know. And trust me, they are a bunch. I don't even think they had the orientation for these councillors yet. And again, I mentioned the council seems to be focusing on the wrong things. This is an income generating venture, job creation. In addition to the tourism sector, we now have more rooms to accommodate people, host conferences. Why would you want to stop that? What you should have stopped was that construction, that foolishness on Homestretch Avenue. That is what you should have been concerned about. Anybody telling you, anybody writing to say, hey, we're going to build a wooden stadium in this 21st century. Who does that? You know who does that? The PNC. Who? So I told y'all yesterday, Stephen Jacobs raised the question of, all right, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You're saying that you want us to follow this process. Show us that you followed this process in the past. The government has constructed a major piece of trash in the middle of the city. Even at that time, it was trash in its new form. Because, again, I say, who constructs a wooden stadium in this day and age? All them Guyanese who they getting splinters during their mash parades should sue. No, don't sue the government, because this government can answer for your stress. The stress of the past government. But yeah, who builds a wooden stadium? Who does that? So, Mr. Jacobs, Councillor Jacobs, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Could you show us that this same process was followed by your party, Mr. Mentor, through you, the mayor, to the city engineer, just as you call him up here to give explanation as to why he served cease and desist and why he do this and why he do that? Could you show us that that process was followed for the construction of that trash on Homestretch Avenue? That place looked like it come out of coffee. It looked like it come out of coffee red and landing. Trash. All respect to coffee, but we're behind it. Bare stupidness. So even now, if somebody want to salvage that, you got broken all them wooden stadium stands. and rebuild. And yeah, you understand? Look at the design. What sports you was playing there? What were you doing at there? What were you doing at Durban Park? And mind you, don't catch yourself walking there after 6:30, you know, when the place is dark. Because in there's trouble. In there is trouble. If you don't get high from the passing breeze, you might get robbed or something. Horrible facility. Horrible facility. Back to what we're dealing with here. Let's go back to Mr. Venture. Let's hear what Mr. Venture is saying.
The research would have revealed that transfer speak to that specific area, and also the supporting documents such as survey plan that speaks to.
So you're relying on the GLSC's report or survey or whatever they, or are you relying on your own information?
Sorry. I forget to take myself out. Now, before we continue, listen to this bunkum. This man is telling the city engineer. The Guyana Lands and Survey Commission is the authorized body for you to do any investigation in relation to a matter of this nature. You understand? So who is the information? Where you expect him to get the information from? Congress Place? Congress Place can't even pull out the SOPs yet. Where are you going to go and get a sworn survey from in relation to the lands that are in contention? And mind you, right now it's 2-1. Because the Guyana Lands and Survey come out in a release and made it clear what is going on. The city engineer went and did an investigation, looked at the information and said, hey, this is what is going on. The mayor and he worries them on his side are the only persons holding on to this thing, that they own this land and they're going to court, and that nonsense. You owe over $1 billion to the NIS. You could barely pay the staff. You have 200 less staff than you had last year, and your wages bill is even higher. Right? Your wages bill is even higher. You cannot account for rates and taxes. You do not have a proper asset register. You are not reconciling your financial statements. And you are talking about an income generating initiative. You can't even handle the markets board and Stabrook, Mr. Mayor. Again, I say Alfonso de Armas, Mayor, he beat you in the election, sir. He beat you, he trounced you in the elections, Mr. de Armas. Right? So you, Travis Ellis, all y'all should head out to there. Because y'all aren't serving any purpose. None whatsoever. And as far as I'm concerned, once there's a PVP administration in power, y'all will do all that you can to stress the citizens of the capital city out. So you, sir, should be ashamed as the chief citizen of the capital city. Right? You should be ashamed that you, thank you. Look, I thought it's just NIS, the old GPL, the old GRE, the old GWI. City Hall literally owe everybody, and this is this man's focus. Instead of the mayor trying to bring City Hall back into some form of, what's the word? Good standing phrase, I should say. Good standing. Instead of the mayor focus on bringing City Hall back into good standing, transparent and accountable for the rates and taxes, then you approach the central government to say, hey, give me a little more money to do something. But no, you can't even manage the little you have, and you want people to throw more on your boots. Not those boots, Mr. Mayor. Not those boots. Not those boots. And the fact that the former mayor has to continue to school you on things that you should know. I would have been embarrassed. I would have been embarrassed because you're not the first time into this council. So Even when you're moving these motions and you're doing things, and the former mayor got to take her time and energy to say, no, sir, this is not how you do it. This is not appropriate. This is not the right procedure. You're in shame. Eh? You're in shame as a mayor, as a sitting mayor. And ask your deputy if that is what we are to expect as the next mayor of Georgetown. Stupidity abound. So back to Mr. Jacobs. Back to Mr. Jacob, Councillor Jacobs. So, like I said, he said, man, listen, let me see that Durban Park went through the same process of consultation and getting permission and whatnot and whatnot. Y'all know the deputy mayor said, one is a local issue and one is an international issue. The idiocy. Look, I didn't know the circus reach here already. I didn't know the circus land. I thought it's sometime late in March the circus coming here. Why these clowns at City Hall? They need to go back to the circus wherever they're hosting it. You could imagine. And mind you, just before the mayor and the, I will get the audio and clip it for y'all. Just before the mayor said, we can't have different rules for different people. There must be one rule for the citizens. There must be one rule for City Hall. There must be one rule for the government. There must be one rule for investors. And lo and behold, the deputy mayor, one is local and one is international. Well, here, for local, you internationally stupid, ma'am. You hear me? Internationally stupid. That is not normal. That is not normal. How you could have come up with that one? Sometimes I ask people if they just think about what they say before they say it. Could you imagine? So the Lands and Survey Commission is convenient for the PNC councillors and the mayor and deputy mayor. It's convenient for them. So they only use the Guyana Lands and Survey, right? When it's time to probably get some land to open up a barbershop or to open up pig farm or something like that, or to get information that is in their best interest. When it's in the interest of the citizenry of the capital city or this country, right? They have no time with that. Y'all could carry a tail. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. I told y'all yesterday, Granger them, the planning to put an upper level at Border Green. 5 years and nothing. 5 years and nothing. Look, let me give y'all an next laugh. So, if you pass around border by Merriman's Mall, the government did about 3 or 4 of the 5 bridges in the area. Now the mayor hustling to see if he could do the last one. Folks, if anybody know them bridges that run from Alexander to Orange Walk on North Road and Church Street, Merriman's Mall, those bridges that take you onto Merriman's Mall, y'all remember the condition them bridges being in? Them bridges in Torrance in 2020. Them bridges been there for eons. And that's what I'm talking about. They got a guy on the same Merriman's Mall, a staunch PNC supporter. And they could, morning to Rihanna Juman and little Miss Juman, I hope you're heading off to school. Those persons there, or especially, I don't want to label everybody there. There's one guy there, a Rasta guy, he's ride a scooter. See him a little stinker fish, but to each his own. Staunch PNC supporter. You hear me? Staunch PNC supporter. And you could not a bloody thing they did for those people there. Though they didn't do back the bridge, then repave Merriman's Mall, nothing. They didn't dig the drain, not one tail they didn't do. Matter of fact, when they had the clean up in the capital city, I think the drains wrong there, they were dug. Yes, I'll give them that. But anything that lasts, because silt to start coming back as soon as you don't start digging it. But to have a lasting concrete bridge that you can traverse safely, that means a lot to the vendors and the persons who are using that market and Merriman's Mall, right? And that is what you call progress, development, and looking into the interest of the people. So that same Rastaman or Merriman's Mall now walking across a proper bridge. But guess what? He faced still rinse up because you can't please them no matter what you do. You cannot please these people no matter what you do. Reynard Sobers, big up yourself. I hope you're at work, brother. Keep Benjamin morning to you. Right? You cannot please them. All the roads in Georgetown are being resurfaced, some being redone. It is hard to find a pothole in this capital city. It is so hard to find a pothole. Look, yesterday I was in East and West Rumbelt, along with some contractors, the minister within the Ministry of Public Works, and the minister within the Office of the Prime Minister, walking around checking works. East and West getting brand new asphaltic road, footpath. Look, some of these cul-de-sacs, they're making them so that they could come into the community. So you have more ingress and egress points. This is the work of City Hall. Even up to yesterday, the councillors saying the shame. PPP councillors, they're saying the shame. This is what we're supposed to be doing through this agency, Mayor and City Council. And up to now, you can't get a new road from them. You can't get on-time garbage collection. You can't get proper drainage works. You can't, nothing. And instead of the mayor focus on working with the admin department to engage, find ways to generate income so that City Hall can, take up its responsibility and its mandate, he weren't but resort and misleading people and bringing back page of transport and claiming ownership on this. Listen, there should be a law against presenting false information, There should be some penalty in knowingly presenting false information to the people. Because I'm telling you that the mayor could read. Randy Shepherd, morning to you. Big up the Ministry of Labor. This is the same Randy from Ministry of Labor. I know two Randy Shepherd. But big up the Ministry of Labor. Right? This is what he is focused on. Resort. And trip to Ghana. The Ghanaians apparently are sponsoring this trip. He working with an engineer. He working with some councillors. So, have more persons have an understanding of what the Ghanaians are. The Ghanaians? The people from Ghana. To understand what the people from Ghana offering us here. Just the other day we hear about some kind of money collecting in Ghana. Let the PNC people know who collect the money. Them people don't play over there. Y'all very well know y'all will win the next election. So you might gotta reimburse those people. Y'all gonna got to reimburse people. So who's this? Let me see who's this for real. Yes, man. This is Randy Shepherd. Yeah, this is Randy Shepherd, I know. Right guy. Good guy. Yeah, so as I was saying to y'all, the mayor is totally out of focus in relation to what should be the priorities of the council. And you see this guy walking around? It seems like every chance they get, they try to throw everything on Walton Rhine. Walton Rhine is the cause of everything. Flooding, this, that, whatever. They say they can't do it. Walton Rhine. If it wasn't for Walton Rhine, trust me, people, you don't want to see the state of the capital city, Right? right? We won't want to see what happening in the capital city. Because a lot of the times, it's not city hall workers going out there and doing cleaning outside of the market areas. It's the solid waste department. And whilst it's a component of the admin department of City Hall, they don't get much support from City Hall. Right? So y'all would see after match day, Walton Ryan and a team out late cleaning up the place the next morning when people come out. Properness. Somebody could send a photo to somebody Walton Ryan the next 10-15 minutes out there with a crew, making sure that the place look proper. But this is not a function that is being completely executed by City Hall. Central government again. Just a second, folks. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Justice, yeah. So, again, Walter Lorraine continue to do a good job. Anyway, let me continue.
There are copies of survey plans which are put in this accounts and it is verified that those are such. I have taken about I think about 6 plans verifying that that transport and the annotations that were on that transport speak to leases that were issued by the council then, leases to GTI, not GTI, sorry, GITC, Criminal Labor College, the MY.
I've seen all of those things where the GL. Well, like I said, or you were saying, you're relying on stuff that you would have seen. You as a city engineer, I am not a surveyor. You're not a surveyor, but you're an engineer who would have done certain work or certain courses along.
So this here, I can stop it right there. If y'all want to hear what the mayor got say, go and look at the live on my page, Mr. 592 on YouTube. Or you can check it. I think I have it here on Facebook on my page too as well. But this is the part here where he going into ringing wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong. That's the city engineer, right? He may not be a sworn surveyor, but in engineer, you got to do some kind of surveying courses. You have some idea about it. And mind you, this gentleman, Mr. Venture, did not say, I went and do a survey or I went and do this. Sworn land surveyors, 3. So the man depend on one plan. If you look at 3 different plans from 3 different sworn land surveyors. Outside of the Guyana Lands and Survey Commission, where else is he supposed to go and get that information from? Who are the information he's supposed to rely on, Mr. Mentor? That's the foolishness with this guy. You are relying on the Guyana Lands and Survey. Who else information is supposed to rely on? That is the body in charge of looking after these matters. Lands and Survey. That's the name of the agency, Guyana Lands and Survey Commission. If you want to mine or open up sand pit or something, it's not GGMC you gotta go, or you gonna go someplace, or you gonna go forestry and you want to mine, or you gonna go GGMC and you want to cut wood. If you want to know about land, you gotta go Lands and Survey. Look, these PNC people, listen, the level of stupidity displayed is unfathomable. Or I should say, like the former director of youth, Melissa Carmichael, it's unfathomable. Melissa couldn't fathom why I was laughing at her. I was like, what? You're a director of youth. You serious? She can't fathom. I can't fathom how Congress plays to send these people to represent them. Oh my God. So, folks, I am saying, I think that Mayor Mentor reads the way that Ubrajin Ryan speaks. So he can't understand what's going on with Guyana Lands and Survey, what's going on with the transport. And for all we know, Mr. Venture's voice could be translated into Ubraj Narayanan. So that's what he's hearing. So in his ears, Mr. Mentor could be hearing bare stupidness. Cause he like, what this man is hearing Ubraj? Isle, road, caravan, oh my God. Oh, Muslim state. Bare stupidness he hearing. Bare stupidness he hearing. So that is a possibility as well. We might need to get the mayor's ears checked out. Because you could imagine listening to Ubraj for so much years. It could corrupt your brain. I'm glad he has disappeared from, the limelight. I was ashamed to say I was born in Georgetown when Ubraj was mayor. Horrible, horrible mayor. Worst mayor ever. You can imagine you leave a seat like the mayor of the capital city and you ain't got a legacy. You ain't got nothing to point to say, well, yes, I do this. Or yes, I was able to do that. Yeah? Jillian, no, I ain't got no slip on no tongue. I just make sure, and even if I think it is not about to say, that's hold back. So you're gonna catch me like Coretta talking about people leaving in drones and then double down and say somebody else left in drones though. You gotta correct yourself. You gotta correct yourself. You understand? But that's the current situation. That is the current situation. These people aren't interested in impacting the wards, the wards of Georgetown. We call them wards. They aren't interested in that. I almost catch Clayton Hines, but he may come and save me because I was giving him a chance to express himself. And then I would have asked Clayton Hines, what has he implemented in Plum Park since he's sitting on the council? The mayor has literally called this man a solid waste. You hear what I'm telling you? Mr. Solid Waste. That's what the mayor calling this guy. The mayor calling this guy that. Mr. Solid Waste. And could you imagine Clayton Hines chairing the Solid Waste Committee at City Hall? Can't proffer a proper can't offer a proper explanation as to why City Hall can't deal with garbage collection in the city. All he could say is, we have 4 trucks and 3 are working and the other one is about to come out. Backside nonsense. Bare nonsense. You hear me? Bare nonsense. And if your mayor, Clayton, could call you Mr. Solid Waste, that is indicative of what you are. A solid waste of time. You understand? A solid waste of time. Nothing for Plum Park. Y'all can imagine if y'all look at this video in its entirety, if y'all see me running up and down the statutory meeting, up and down, up and down, up and down, because people usually complain on the live about bad audio, right? You can believe the only 2 people at this meeting that have a mic so that the media and persons there can disseminate this information properly is the mayor and the town clerk. And that day, the mic system wasn't even working properly. So for you to hear what people saying from the distance the camera is from them, you got to be running side to side, moving the mic all wrong. They can't even invest in a PA system so that they could do their jobs properly, so that the citizens of the capital city could hear some of the foolishness that these PNC councillors talking. Big up my friend Raj, who is in Deep South right now, taking IT to the persons down there. Keep up the good work, Raj. Raj is from the Office of the Prime Minister, and he is part of the ICT team that is going around the country, impacting the lives of Guyanese, whether young, old, or what, who are interested in advancing their knowledge in ICT and things like that, right? So Raj and the team, morning to you guys. Be safe out there in Deep South. If y'all see Aubrey Norton, y'all keep driving. Please keep driving. I think they're in region 9. Keep driving, brother. Keep driving. He has nothing to offer you. And most likely you're going to be vexed that you're empowering those indigenous people. He's going to be upset about it because they think they could go to those areas and fool people. But guess what, Aubrey? Whilst it might be the first time you and your team going there, President Ali and all them ministers done run them areas already. Done run them areas already. So people don't apply for the house lot. They get the black giant, they get the black belly sheep, the building clay block, they're doing everything. And mind you, they didn't see y'all 2015 to 2020. They didn't see y'all. So Raj, when you see them, you keep driving, brother. Don't stop, ask no questions, get no information on. You keep driving. There's trouble. Raj, I want to ask you to bring back 2 black giant chicken feather for me. I got a little plan I want to execute. Right, my boy? If you go to any village and you see black giant chicken, please ask the owner to pluck 2 feathers to me and you bring that back to town. You bring that back to town. I got something I want to try out. I probably a day at Parliament, light it and see what's going on. See who start rolling and hollering. I'm a comic. I gotta stop this. But guys, look, let me assure you, the government of Guyana will not enter into any arrangement that is, oh, Raj, this man says gotta be a turkey feather, not chicken feather. I sure they got turkey in region 9, man. If you could get a turkey feather, let me see how this thing will work. But like I said, viewers, the government of Guyana will not engage in any deal or project to the detriment of the Guyanese citizens. As I've been lamenting here for the past hour or so. You understand? That resort will, one, increase the hotel occupancy, room occupancy. I don't know the correct term. But we'll have more rooms for persons coming here. Y'all remember the Marriott was supposed to be a white elephant? Y'all remember nobody ain't supposed to be staying at the Marriott? You go and try to get a room at the Marriott. And don't tell me what the price. I can give you the money to stay there a night or 2. You go and try to book a room at the Marriott there now. See if you get any room. You understand me? See if you get a room there full to capacity. So you could only go and eat downstairs and bust a line by the pool and them things. But filled to capacity. We have nothing similar to reflect on from the opposition. A new hotel, a new hospital, nothing. School, nothing. In none of the stronghold, Mario get a shaft. Joshua get a wooden nest. Will Linden get by? Linden ain't get nothing. What happened in New Amsterdam? Nothing. Hey, the struggle is real, people. The struggle is real. Anyway, folks, I'm running out of time here. I got a pack day ahead of me. It was wonderful being here with you guys. Remember, always check the information. Don't run with what I've been let them tell you. Check the information. Check the information. The internet is here. Google is here. Google is your friend. Even the information you're getting from the People's Progressive Party Civic. Check it. Check it. Right? Check salary increases to teachers. Check incentives to teachers under the 2 administrations. Check infrastructural development under the 2 administrations. Check investment in tourism under the 2 administrations. Check investment in education, whether it be infrastructure or teachers and students, under the 2 administrations. Check advancements in housing under the 2 administrations. Check advancements in agriculture under the 2 administrations. You hear me? Check advancements in training, Ministry of Labor, in terms of settling disputes between employees and employers. Check it. Check it. I maintain anytime there is major transformation in this country, it is under a PPPC government. The last major project these people had is the Linden Highway, and the PPP will resurface it so it's smooth and people can stop crashing up on it. You understand me? Every road or avenue or boulevard that named after Burnham is a PPP fixing it. Because they ain't even want to fix things that Burnham do. And calling on the Kubaka for help them with elections. Nonsense. Kubaka have time with that. Y'all ain't celebrating the Kubaka. Y'all ain't treating the Kubaka good. So he ain't gonna bless y'all. Or chorus y'all or whatever he's do. You can't depend on the Kubaka. It's sad. It's sad. It is sad. Anyway, guys, I gotta get out of here, as I said. Y'all be safe on the road there today. Continue to be good Guyanese. Continue to Lance Henry sound like we get castle in the air. Lance, you're right. You're right. Look, I only got one entry so far for the Gori job competition. Right? So, guys, y'all sending entries, or are we going to give this prize away to that person that sent in their entry? You got $10,000, we got a trophy, we got a t-shirt, Livewire t-shirt for the winner. Right? So please send in your videos and we'll make an assessment. Pagwali is upon us. Look, the PNC don't ever stop making me laugh or amazing me. Pagwali is upon us. So look out for that. Easter, that kind of thing is coming up. I hope you guys are having fun or will have fun at those events. Pam and Jane, I will see you guys soon. You guys are heading here pretty soon. I'm really happy again that Guyanese are finding the time to come home to see what's happening here. They're finding out about these remigrant schemes and wanting to come home and be a part of this development. We welcome you, all of you Guyanese. No, I lie. Stop. Rickford Bork, stay away there. Tricky Ricky, stay where you are. Comrade. Anyway, guys, I out of here. It was wonderful being here with you for the hour. And y'all be good Guyanese wherever you are, right? Y'all be good Guyanese wherever you are. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.